Okay. Hi. Yes, you're a good puppy. All right. Gold nickel. You know, I should probably actually check to see. Shadow Trooper, how you doing, buddy? Welcome to the stream. I just realized I probably should check the live stream settings to make sure we are actually supposed to be doing Space Engineers. Hey Demon, how you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. Yes, okay, it is set correctly this time. Oh, it's one of those days. Okay. Alright. So, when we were together last time on Space Panda Ball Z. Oh, I basically spent some time off camera doing a little bit of mining because there were some resources that we needed, if I remember correctly. I've done a little bit of renovation work on the ship. We replaced the window that was here with this one. Because I had to remove it to flip it because the shadow or the tinted side was facing the room, and I wanted the tinted side to be facing that way, into the room instead of out of the room. And then over here we put a cryopod in, which is actually connected through, so it is actually piped in, and we put a little privacy thing in here. I'm actually looking to I may have, let me see. Did I add? No, I didn't. Okay. I actually have a conference table mod that I want to add in here. I want to see if it'll work. And I think it will fit exactly in this space. Zeron, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Hopefully you're having a fantastic week and a terrific day thus far. You can't, oh, that sucks. Sorry to hear it, man. There's nothing worse than buying a new game, and it's like, especially one that you're really, really excited for, and then finding out your system can't run it. Overall, I have to say I'm doing pretty good. Waiting for a callback to this, I think this week, from the position I interviewed for last week. So we'll see how that all goes. But otherwise, I have to say it's not too bad. The one thing that absolutely bothers me about getting going back to like a full-time job like that is that basically I'm not going to be able to live stream during the days anymore. So it's going to be, I'll have to change the live stream schedule up at some point. I'll keep everybody up to date on what's going on with it, and we'll try to keep it set so that it's as early in the day as possible for everybody. So. Forces you to get a new computer. Yeah, as long as you have the funds to do so. I mean, that's the thing that I always run into with buying a new computer. It's like, do you have, you know, because there are times when I want to buy like really nice computers, and I'm going, I just don't have the money to put it together, you know. Alright, so let's see what we got going on for resources. Okay, so silver looks like silver and uranium, it looks like, are the two things that we really need at this point. Alright, which I think, oh, wrong button. I think we may have, I've got platinum and gold, or what we have. Okay, so we need to find silver. That's what I was looking for. Oh, very nice. How do I get the LCDs to do the inventory? So that That is actually a script by MMaster. It's the Automated LCDs 2 script. I can actually walk you through the setup. We'll come over here to where we have our duplicate area. Alright, and I'll show you how this works. So let's go ahead and access this thing, and we're going to grab programmable block. Okay. So you set up your programmable block. You don't actually have to have a timer. It's all self-contained now. The MMaster did go back and update the script, and he actually keeps it up to date. But he did update it so that it will do the self-triggering now, so you don't need timer blocks with it anymore. So the script that we're using, right, is the one by MMaster. It's, like I said, it's the Automated LCDs 2 script. And basically all you do, set it up like your normal code. You go over, you browse Workshop, find it. Once you've subscribed to it, you import it. Just do a remember and exit. You don't have to change anything in that setup. Makes it very, very easy. Then when you are in the LCD itself, you come down into the custom data and you give it the command that you need it to do. So for this one, we're doing just an inventory. We're telling it to check inventory. The asterisk tells it to check all inventories attached to the grid. So it will actually read across grids. So any ships that are connected will also impact. It'll basically scan all of that information as well. And then you tell it specifically what it's looking for. So there is a couple of options when you're doing this. So with inventory, you can say inventory X, which will remove anything from the display that is at 0. If you do inventory with a capital S, it'll get rid of the summary. It'll get rid of the progress bar that you see up here. So it'll be just text, but it'll only be this number. It'll tell you what you have out of what your set target goals are. If you get rid of the summary, it'll also tell you how much ore you have, which is one of the reasons why I don't use the just summary option. And then that'll give you just your inventory stuff here, right? Now, anything that shows up as a resource, including custom resources, actually will show up over here. As you can see down in the bottom there, it has the V2 hydrogen gas. That's actually from the hydrogen reactor mod. So if we come over here, some of the other things that you can do is you can tell it to do a text line and tell it when it's centered. You can also do left, right. So if you want things to be justified left or right, you just say left or right here. You can then say power, which will look at, this command will look at all your power production stuff. So reactors, batteries, solar panels. This also includes custom, like if you have modded reactors, anything that in the block itself is identified as a reactor shows up there. Can't find it? Yeah, let me I can grab it for you really quick. And here you go. I'll put the link in here for you. There you go. So you can also find it over at on my actual site. If you go over to the actual site, there's a downloads tab, and it will have the mod list for a lot of the different things. Automatic LCDs is basically in every one of my playthroughs. So, but coming back into the game itself, so power will give you a list of what your power production is, as well as not just how much you're producing, but how much you're using. Power time will tell you how much time you have on your power production. So if you're running, so if the batteries are active, it'll tell you you've got X number of hours, days, minutes, whatever. If you are not running batteries, then it'll tell you how much time your fuel, whatever fuel systems you're running, have. So basically, it just takes the data that comes off of the block and summarizes it for you. Makes it really, really easy. And then using just basic coding stuff, if you know echo, it's a blank line. If you say echo with anything after it, it'll display that text, and by default justifies it to the left. And then amount will do what is a capacity read on the block that you've identified. So we're saying amount across all the grids for the reactor blocks. And that's what gives you the piece down here at the bottom where it'll tell you large reactor X out of whatever capacity. Or if it's empty, it'll tell you it's empty. So it's a really easy way to keep all of your stuff together. And you can filter things around as you need to. And then using that same principle, we did the amount asterisk and then the different weapon types. So, and again, if you do the asterisk, it'll read across all grids, so when you have ships connected, it'll display the status of those as well. It's a great mod. Absolutely love it. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that it will update. You can manually set the update timing on it by going into the programmable block, and there's a timing, like a query time. The lower you set that, the more it's going to read, and the more of a system hit you'll get. So if you've got really big, multiple like grid setups where you've got, you know, like 20 or 30 large reactors with 20 or 30 large cargo containers, it has to read the output from all of this stuff. So the bigger the grid that you put it on, the more of a system hit you'll see. So you may want to turn down the frequency of its read. So, Margaret, how you doing? Welcome to the stream, man. Happy Tuesday. All right, and I'm actually going to be reworking these because, as you can see, the system has grown much bigger than it was when we first started. So, all right. Okay, so we've got that. We got this. So the last time we were together. Yes, I did repressurize. Okay. I couldn't remember if I repressurized in here or not. Awesome. Sleep is a great thing. Alright, so one of the folks pointed out last time that the large cargo container was aligned wrong, so we've gone ahead and changed that. We now have the cockpit piped in through here. Show you what we got. I put a merge block, a mag block on. So that basically replaces our landing gear. Now, the mod author has said that the mod is broken for a lot of people. So I'll probably replace this with a landing gear. I haven't decided yet, though. Hurricane, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. It's good to see you again. So, but I did go ahead and reorient the cargo container. So now the cargo container has large connectors heading aft and then port and starboard, or I should say port and starboard. So we put a connector directly on the back so that if we have a docking of a horizontal docking assembly, we'll be able to dock, and we have one for vertical, which is just mounted there and then piped into the system through the reactor like that. And having taken this thing out to fly around, it's pretty nice. I am really liking it. Now we do have two large shield generators, which are small grid large shield generators, which are tucked in under here. And then we added 12 more small grid small shield generators on either side. Give us a little bit of a texture in there, breaks up the monotony of the long lines. And then if I decide to put the atmospheric mod in, we actually have a mounting point for the wings that we'll need. So it all works out. Oh, no worries, Aaron. We'll be here. Alright, so let's go ahead and show you the one other update that we did. As you can see, there is now a rotor. Chozu, how you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. Or Chozo, I should say. Sorry about that. Yeah, but once you're done building things, you just take these out, and we have instructions over there on the wall to tell you what's going on and how to use the whole system. So, if you've never used it, you know, reminds you to be sure to turn off all build and repair units. You access the small grid projector, select your blueprint, and then you use the button over here to turn the blueprint on, or to turn the projector on. And you'll get that. So that was why I took the spire out, was so you wouldn't get it. Right. We've got buttons set up that allows you to adjust the vertical and forward and back alignments, so you can get things centered up where you want them. And then if you want to replace the spur, you just add 4 blocks on top, and it's all over here. So it gives you a step-by-step on how to use the manufacturing process. Alright, and now we are going to... Nope, wrong button. I always screw that up. There we go. We're just waiting for it to depressurize. Once we have no atmosphere in here, we'll open up the door. And we'll take the... Looks like we should be good. And we'll take this beast out. Let's go ahead and get the thrusters turned on. We're going to get that unlocked. Oh, such a fun ship. Look at this thing. Whee! Now, if you want to see something really entertaining. Okay, so you see how all the turrets are lined up? We were talking about this last time. We have a gunnery seat, so if you have somebody in the gunnery seat, they don't have control of the ship, but they do have control of all the turrets. You just have to turn the turrets on. See? We're using the tiered thrusters mod, so that is their actual color. They are actually colored that way. Now, if you don't have anybody in the gunnery seat after you get out of it, as you can see, everything goes back to automation. I have the chain gun set to be anti-missiles. Everything else, anti-missiles, anti-meteor, everything else is set up for... Did I actually... Plasma turrets. Yeah, so everything targets missiles. The chain gun only targets meteors and missiles only. And then the plasma turrets target all other types of grids. So... Oh, slam that one. Did we do any damage to the ship is the question. Doesn't look like it. I'm still getting my my location, like the size. I still haven't gotten it dedicated yet, or committed to memory yet. I know, panda fail, right? Whee! Alright. So the ship, as you can see, handles really, really well. One of the only things I would probably do with it would be to change up the thrusters a little bit. I might add a couple of more thrusters. I haven't decided yet. Just to give it a little bit more control when we start talking about like horizontal and vertical. Should be right there. There we go. All right, so now we need to go find some silver. We've been. I know where there's plenty of uranium around. I'm not really worried about that, but we do need to get the silver. More thrust. Always need more thrust, right? There you go. Go ahead and get the helmet off. Whee! And we'll go this way because we have a door right here. At some point, I will come through and actually put lights back through all of this. But like I said, we do want to find some silver because we are pretty much out at this point. I mean, we have like 2K left, but we'll go through that really, really quickly. Because what I want to do is I want to start getting a base set up. We need to have something where we can go back, unload resources, and let it run while we go out and about and look for the rest of the ship. Because we still want to find another one of the ravens. Speaking of, nothing here. Okay. Now, do we have any silver? That's silver. That's silver. Because we said silver and uranium were what we wanted to pick up, right? So that has both silver and uranium on it. Do we have anything else? Let's see which one's the closest. Because we've been traveling for a while, so we I think just getting back here took me like 3 jumps. If it takes more than a second to hit, yeah. Yeah, I think if I was more like if I was setting it up for PvP, I would probably have more thrusters on it. But if I was setting it up for PvP, I'd also have the thrusters banked so that you couldn't see the plumes on them. All right, so let's go. All right, military escort. Okay, so let's see what we've got here. We've got asteroid 1. So that's only 11K. And I'm thinking that we may actually set up our base over there. What, waypoint number 12? You know, technically we are far enough away that I could do this. And this is actually going to be kind of funny because this is probably going to put us in like 3K away from military escort. 4K, I was close. You know what that means? Sharky, how you doing, buddy? Welcome to the stream. You knew I was going to have to do this if we were inside of 5K. Look at that thing. Yeah, I knew we had to do it. What better ships to boop except for the pirates, right? I'm gonna need to make more ammo for this thing soon. Hey, look! Just on general principle. So I think the turrets actually took the thing out before I got to it. Yeah, the turrets took this ship out. Oh. Spinal cannons, yes, they are the spinal harbingers. Oh. Actually, there are several mods that introduce tracking missiles. One of them is the custom missile, I think that's what it's called. There's one that basically used to be the old torpedo mod, where you could build, you actually built the sections of it, and then you launched the missile. It had its own tracking system on it, so you would actually activate the tracking. You would point you'd point your ship towards the thing that you were trying to shoot, and then you would lock on the target, and it would lock on to the target that was closest to the center of the reticle. At which point it would then, once it was locked, you'll get an on-screen message telling you target has been locked, and it'll tell you which target it is, and you fire it. So there is also another mod that introduces tracking missiles, including the ability to have vertical fire missiles. You can actually mount the missile launchers vertically, and when you fire them, it'll lock onto whatever targets are. All right, so we are looking at the asteroid that we just jumped to, where we were like a K away from it. Oh, So we're gonna jump to it again. So, but yeah, I'll see if I can remember which one it was. Like I said, there's a couple of them out there now, and they tend to work really, really well depending on which version and what your system looks like your specific computer. They are somewhat system intensive, but I personally haven't seen a whole lot of impact from to the system for the people that have been using them. I've chatted with a couple of people who've used them. They really like them. From what I've seen, the mod looks pretty fun. But yeah, I mean, just because it's tracking doesn't mean it's necessarily guaranteed to hit. Because they still follow the game physics, because you're using a missile type. There's iron, there's ice. We're gonna hide in the shadow here. Lots of iron. There's the platinum, there's the ice, more iron. Now there is supposed to be silver over here somewhere. Let's see if we can find it. It's going to be on the sun side, isn't it? Looks like it might be just ahead of us and up a little bit, like right in that area. Toxic, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Happy Tuesday. So we see gold. Did I mislabel the gold? Or did it re-render itself? I bet it re-rendered itself. Damn it. I saw some cobalt pop up on the list, and cobalt wasn't on the original asteroid. Ice, platinum, yeah, cobalt. So it looks like it may have re-rendered itself, which is unfortunate. Oh well. Okay, so we will go ahead and hide that one. A bobble and two pistons. Actually, it's funny you should say that, Demon. I've been playing around with a basically a form of active armor for ships in Space Engineers using rotors. I don't know how well it's going to work, but I'm gonna probably try something with it as a like a PvP build, and just make it available for people to target shoot. Thanks, Sharky. Appreciate that, bud. All right. This wouldn't be a bad asteroid to take for a base. We might do that, actually. Okay, let's see. Where are... It's only 5K that way. There's nickel. Oh, there is silver there. Oh, look at you. Oh, it's all silver and nickel. How much silver is it? Alright. And for those who don't know, we do have Bob enabled. For the folks that have not seen Bob around, he is also known as the Nanobot Build and Repair System. Basically, it takes place of a player as far as the like the welding and parts stuff is concerned. It takes a little bit of the tediousness out of solo play in Space Engineers. Did I build the ship? For the most part, yes. Basically, the ship started as the Crash Red ship start, if you're familiar with the Space Engineers starts. What we did is we took what was left of the ship, clean cut the stuff that was there, mirrored it forward to aft, and then when we had that doubled, basically we doubled it with the red ship, we then took that and mirrored it port to starboard. So we ended up with 2 of them. We then added the 2 hangar bays on it, added the aft section, which was actually added in because we found one of the derelict ships, the Raven derelicts. We split the Raven in half, attached it to either side, and then filled in the middle. Keep him in a very small pet carrier. Only when I'm in a good mood. Yeah, if I'm in a good mood, Bob gets treated well. If I'm in a bad mood, Bob gets all the crap work. Now we're going to get a little bit closer. Let's go forward just a bit. Now I have a couple of the build and repair tools scattered throughout the ship, specifically so that when I get close like this to something and I want to go mining, I don't have to break out the mining ship. I can just go out on my own and do the mining, because it's a little bit faster that way. Alright, so we're going to go ahead. You are the... no. Did it again. Number 3. I have to remember. There we go. And sometimes, right after he's just finished welding it, I make him grind it, just because I am that mean. And should be good to open that. So as you can see, we do have a mining ship, but we're going to do this manually. Well, I should say that's a mining drone. We have an actual mining ship as well. You know what? I think I am going to actually use this as our base. I think we're going to build a base over here. There's not much silver in this hill, but more than we had. Let's see how deep the vein goes here. Why I build a base? It's nice to have a place to come back to sometimes. But it also allows me to offload some of the things that I'm carrying, which will help with the ship performance. Oh. So, we'll see. Asteroid base beta. Maybe. In this playthrough it would be alpha, because we haven't built any of the bases. We've only been working on the ship. So, for those who don't know, we normally have the what is it? The corruption PvE mod on. So one of the reasons why we haven't been using or haven't been building bases in this playthrough is because of that mod. But I have it turned off currently because we're looking for a second of the Raven ships. And while, yes, I could actually force spawn one in, that's no fun. It's more fun to go looking for them. I actually have the blueprint for the ship, so I could make one and then modify it. Alright. So many different games. Yep. Yeah, you should try keeping them straight from my side. I've got like 3 different Space Engineers things going on right now. Not counting the stuff I do off camera just to relax. Alright, let's go see how much silver that was. Looks like that was probably a decent amount. I hope. And then for those who don't know, Bob actually will pick up debris if you set him to do so. And he'll pick up all of this stuff that I've been dropping. But I have him set to ignore stone, so he's not picking up the loose rock. He's only picking up the silver ore. Which is convenient. Like I said, basically I don't have to go get a mining ship out here, mine all of this out, bring it back, dock it up. I just park the ship really close to it, come out and mine it, because as you can see it's much faster than using a ship. And I don't have to keep going back when it gets full. Is Bob cheaty? Yeah, a little bit. But we love Bob. He's a great guy. Bob only likes shiny stuff. Normally Bob likes everything, but I told Bob to stop that. He's a bit of a pack rat. We don't need 2 of them on the ship, so... Myself being the other pack rat. Alright. Are we over 100k yet? Let's go see. So you got 42k. So there's 7k, 8k, counting what's there. Another 21. So we're up to about 29k, another 16k, so 45-ish. Yeah, that should be enough for now. Two different mods for 7 Days to Die? That's rough. 7 Days to Die is a lot of fun, but it's rough running 2 mods because the easy way to do it is to have 2 installs. Otherwise, you're juggling your save data, and I've run into problems doing that. So if you're going to keep a single install if you're going to do 7 Days to Die with multiple mods, and you're keeping a single install where you're just installing and uninstalling the mods, you need to be really careful because there are some files that mods may install that are not considered core files. So when you do the uninstall or you do the verify to go back to clean state and then install the other mod, what will happen is those additional files don't get touched. So you'll end up with these files that may cause conflicts. It was something that actually I had when I was doing the I was doing Valmod and I was doing True Survival, and there was a file. There were two entity files that were installed between the mods, and they ended up conflicting with each other because they were custom files. When I would do the revert back to the default, like to the vanilla set, it wouldn't remove those files. So I ended up having this cascading effect when zombies or NPCs were on screen that basically just killed my frame rate. Yeah, the mod launcher does make everything easier, but you still have the same problem with it because the mod launcher will either use the existing or you use a new install. It's my recommendation for people that are interested in playing multiple mods of 7 Days to Die simultaneously. If you don't want to have to keep going through the install, clean up, remove, install, would be to have 2 installs, or a dedicated install for each mod. Which, unfortunately, is not possible for everybody, so we have nickel. Look at that. I mean, this is like the perfect asteroid. It's got all of the materials on it. That is crazy. Magnesium, nickel, cobalt. This is number 12. There's magnesium on this, and there is silver. Jeez, look at that. It is basically all of the basic minerals in one area. So yeah, I think I'm wondering if we put in a small base with like 4 large reactors. If we did like 4 large reactors and we had a base in the middle with a beam turret mining, beam turret drill, we could mine this entire asteroid. Basically just let it run, go off, do other things, come back, and this thing would be just a big hole. Nice. Shadow of Mordor. Very cool. Yeah, Margaret, you have it set up so that each mod is using a separate install? Or are you doing it so they're all going through the same install, though? Because I know it keeps them in separate directories. Generally, when it does the fully separate directory, though, it has it uses a dedicated copy of 7 Days to Die for that mod. Break out the Drill of Doom. I know, right? Do I have that mod installed? No, I don't have the beam drill installed. We'll get the beam drill installed for the next stream on Thursday. But we can go ahead and start getting things set up. Because I do think we're going to do this. Do I have plates on me? I do have plates on me. And I think there is already a cut somewhere here that goes inside. There it is. Man, you can't see anything in here. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna set a waypoint right here, and this is we're gonna call this the base entrance. So let's go grab. We'll go grab our little mining drone thing, just because it's funny. Turn that on. Unlock that. And the reason we're bringing this, or the reason we should be bringing this, did we lose our spotlights again? Ah. There we go. That's why we're bringing this. Want to be able to see what we're doing in here. All right. At least hopefully. All right. And what we're saying here is basically that's 200 meters there. Yeah, we should be able to do this. We're going to go over here. And we are going to have... Alright, so I want to see. You're coming in this way. So we actually want you... something like that, right? I want to see if there's any stone, or is this all iron? This is all iron, so no matter what we do, this is going to end up being a floating base at some point. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we'll do that. Private sale, not worried about you. Okay. So we're going to do this. Time to just have some fun with stuff, right? Huh. We do have ice. We could use... I was going to say we could use hydrogen, but that's okay. We'll use this. So, just in case we actually do need to use anything over here for actual building purposes. We want you to be able to reach as many things as possible. So if we go... Looks like everything is behind us except for uranium. Uranium's up there, so if we go... That sounded painful. So if we put the drill turret over here, we'll be able to get most of it. Alright. And over there's silver, which we've almost mined out, so I'm not worried too much about that. So if we go... like that. Like that. And we are going to have... Come on. One there. One there. And does it look a little phallic? Yes. Yes, it does look phallic because we're about to screw this asteroid over. Always taunting you with the beam drill, of course. Alright. And we are going to put... I think we're going to have the beam drill mounted down here. Because this basically gives it access to the most resources. And it's just going to rip all of this stuff apart. The reason I'm putting 4 reactors in is because the beam drill is its ability to reach things at range is based on the power available, and it goes up exponentially rather. So having 4 large reactors should give it enough power to be able to go the entire range, the entire radius of the asteroid. And what we'll do is we'll just basically build a few things into it so that it will, once we get to that point where we have to worry about it, we'll come back, move the beam drill to another side, rinse and repeat. So, at least in theory. Okay, so that gets us basically everything we really need other than the beam drill. Let's head back over here. How much iron is there? Depends on if you set... So... realistically, there's an infinite amount of all resources available depending on your game settings. So when you set your game up, you can actually set it up to, like with this, we did a solar system, or no, we did the red ship start, which is basically the asteroid start. If you set your playfield to unlimited and you have the, depending on how you set your asteroid spawning up, you can end up with very small spaces with a lot of resources. But we have it set for infinite playfield, so we are using the default, like the normal resource allocation. I mean, could you effectively mine everything in the game? If you had a fixed playfield, yeah, like theoretically it's possible. I don't think I've ever heard of anyone doing that, but I mean, it is possible. Alright. Alright, so let's go ahead and turn those off, turn that off, turn that off. There we go. Beam drill takes all your ship's power. Yeah, it'll use everything that's available. Alright. Now the question is, how big is this hole? Because I'm wondering if we're going to be able to get close enough with the ship to build that. Or am I going to have to build a small builder craft, which we might end up doing. we might end up building a small builder craft that'll have a couple of bobs on it and a large cargo container. Trying to think if we should just go ahead and plan on doing that, actually. Well, let's get the ship over there, see how close we can get it. Well, the nice thing, one of the nice things is that if we go ahead and do this, if we build this out as a just a resource collection point, what we'll be able to do is I can spawn, well, I can blueprint manufacture a copy of the Raven. Alright, so I mean, obviously this ship is not going to fit in that little crevice. Alright. See what we can do with it, though. Never know. We might be able to pull something out. Bobcraft. Alright. That's why we have shields. And nope, we're gonna have to we're gonna have to build a. Oh my god, that's hilarious. All right. Oh, yep, we're gonna have to build the ship. You know what we might be able to get away with? Do I want to do small? It's one of those days. Alright. Okay, we need to turn the bobs off for a second. We want to make sure all of these guys are actually turned off. Okay. Looks like all of them are turned off. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go... Oh, we already have it on there. Okay. We got top connectors. I should probably do this for the hangers, which is fine. And it doesn't need to be anything overly complex. We can get... Oh, let's go green. Oh. Yeah, we'll do 2 tiers. Tier 2s are fine. They don't require much. So we're gonna go... It doesn't have to be pretty, just has to work. Alright. I don't have lateral. Thread. Well, thread. Okay. Guess we could do that. But that's not nearly as, I guess. That might end up being. Okay, so we have forward, reverse, ascent, descent, right and left lateral, right? We have a gyro, so we can actually move the thing around. Now we just need power system. So many reactors, so little time. Let's see here. You could put an arc reactor on it. Oh, let's see here. What do you require? $6,000. No, we're not gonna use that. You don't need that. We'll just use a regular large reactor. Of course, I could do them. I could do those, but that means I have to. Nah, that's. We'll play with the midnight stuff later. For those who are wondering, that's actually from Krieg's Inspired Technologies series of items. Awesome set of gear, but it's a little overkill because in order to use it, you have to, specifically for the Midnight series, you have to have, there's a specific production line you have to put together for it. I could do the industrial cockpit. Maybe. Let's see. We'll do the azimuth. Passenger seat, cockpit. So we have power, we have gyros, we have Bob. I guess I should probably throw an azimuth antenna on it, because I have this tendency of misplacing my vehicles when I park them. Which is funny, because I don't do that in real life, just in video games. Alright. Come here, Bob. We got a job for you. I know you have the parts for it with all the ships we've taken apart. Have Bob on 2 pistons for better reach? No. Bob gets motion sick. He doesn't like him. All right. Did Bob take? Damn it, Bob. Bob decided to grind something. Why? I have no idea. Bob, you are a pain in my... I swear Bob, you and I are going to have words after this, buddy. Alright. So for some reason, Bob decided to to grind an unowned block. Bob is hungry. Yeah, he's not getting the good crate today. Damn it, Bob. You had one job, Bob. One job. And then we had cargo. I'm not sure why he decided to grind down the block. He does that from time to time. We're doing green for these, right? Maybe he was saying he did not approve of my color selection. That's very possible. Bob is an artiste. He does not always like my choices in coloration stuff. So we have forward, reverse, ascent. We're gonna go lateral there. It is slowly making its way into the hangar. And trying to decide if I want to you know what, we're going to go ahead and do this. Come here, you. Alright. I'm going to make sure we have braking thrust before I do this. We're going to back the ship up a little bit. What are you missing? Oh, you're not missing anything now. Okay. There we go. We have a large Bob builder. What's this? Makes me sad when haven't remodeled the antenna to match game's new aesthetic. Well, a lot of the modders for the bigger mods, they tend not to. I don't want to say they on average tend not to, but some of them aren't actually doing anything with Space Engineers anymore, and some of the mods are old enough that they don't have the original files, so they would have to actually recreate the entire mod in order to be able to update it. Yeah, we always need bigger parking spaces. All right. This thing actually would be kind of interesting to do a build around. Alright, so we're just waiting for it to finish up a couple more thrusters. I am rather curious as to what is missing for the bobs. Nothing. He just didn't weld them up. Okay. Good on you, Bob. Good on you. Alright. Alright. It's always fun when Bob decides he wants to screw around. Okay. Let's go in here. We're going to set stuff up here. So we're going to take all of our thrusters. We're going to make a group. We're going to say Mobile Bob is what we're going to call this ship. Thrusters. I don't want to see him in the terminal. I don't want to see him in the toolbar. Alright. We want the build and repairs. Mobile Bobs. Oh, do we want to see him in terminal? No. Alright. We do want to see him in inventory. We don't want to see him in toolbar. We're going to put them in fly mode. We are going to tell it to grind before weld. I don't tend to use the ignore color, but I do use the grind color. And we use a butt ugly shade of pink. Alright. No. Yes. Oh, we want build repair priority, don't care. Grind priority, we don't care. We want stone and gravel disabled. Push everything immediately. We're going to turn the sound down because those things are louder than hell. Yeah. Okay, so Bob's set up. This thing we don't care about. No. There we go. A self-propelled Bob. Actually, the missing texture is a different shade. Yeah. It's, I want to say 316. It's close. It's really, really close. But yes, we have a self-propelled Bob. Not just one, but two. What I might need to do is I might need to actually set this thing up with an external connector. Because it may be too big for the hangar space. Because I think the hangar space is only 4 blocks tall. And this thing is 3... Oh, look at that. It might, like, perfectly... Let's see. Do we have any areas in here? Oh, look at that. Yeah, we can run it. We can run it from right there. And look, I happen to have a bunch of plates. Okay. I'm kind of tempted to... do something like this. There we go. All right. So we're gonna go plate. There we go. All right, so we need a bunch of stuff, right? So we're gonna go ahead and move, I don't know, like 100K of these, because we can. Oh, how many reactor components do we have? Not enough. Okay, let's make some more. We need, what, 4? So 8,000, so 6,500. We can do that. Let's make sure we have silver being processed in here. Because we're going to go through a lot of it. We're going to go through more than a bit. Alright. Click on running. Swap you around. There we go. All right, so let's grab some, head back over here into the plate section. Now we need a bunch of superconductors. How many supers do we have? Just that. We need a, is it 100 per? 100 per, so I only need 400. We've already got all we need of those. Need 160 large steel tubes, 160 grids. Come here, Bob. Large steel tubes. Look at that. Grids, look at that. I don't need any power cells. Let's go 10K on those. We go 2K on those. 1,500 on those. I don't know, like 3 or 4K on those. I'll do 5K of those too. Why not? Just because we can. I don't think that's all we need. That should be. I think that is everything we actually need. The only other thing that we need are the reactor components. Only one CN component. All right. So we'll let that run for a couple minutes. I'll catch back up on chat. Oh, Margaret had to take off. Well, we will give you a belated. Hope you have a fantastic day, buddy. Thanks for stopping in, man. Been playing Elite. Nice. A 6,000 light year passenger mission. Holy crap, man. What's your range and what chip are you using? You're not using a Cobra, right? I'm assuming you're using an ASP. Or are you using like one of the like the federal, what is it, the federal courier? Dude, I haven't played Elite in a hell of a long time. Using an Orca? Really? Nice. I'm guessing you're A spec on most of your gear then? A or S? I really should get back into Elite once in a while. Who's an asp? That's only on, yeah, that's on Steam. I actually was playing on, like, I have two accounts. I have the Steam account, which is linked to my off Steam account. Degrade on everything but the, so if you're in an Orco, what are you doing? Like 100 light years? What's your jump range? I'm curious now. On Twitch, YouTube. Yeah, I don't stream the few times that I play Elite, I don't stream that. It's like streaming Minecraft. The hardcore folks are not kind. they're pretty brutal on it. But yeah, I'm kind of curious what your jump range is. 29? Yeah. Because I know that there were people that were doing like oh, was it the federal dropship or whatever it is? That they were like just over-speccing the thing, basically stripping all of the gear except for their the power array, the what is that called? The power grid. Their actual reactors, and then the jump drive. And they were getting like 100 and some odd light years out of the jump. And that was before the engineering crap came in, or the engineers. I'll have to look it up. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I thought that somebody said that they had broken the 100 light year range. Yeah. Well, if you get the what is it, the grid manager, I think it's called. If you get that spec'd up, that'll get you a little bit more power for your subsystems. Because as it goes up in classification, it gets better in its efficiency. So you get more power out of, more usable power out of the same reactor. It's been a while since I looked at it though, so my information might be really, really bad. So we're doing reactor components. Helps if I could spell. All right. So we have almost enough for 2 reactors. We're not worried too much about it. We'll get there shortly. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll start I'll reset my profile and distributor. Yeah. Once in 13 seconds. Wow. That's crazy, man. All right. So for those who don't know, we're talking about Elite Dangerous right now. Basically, your ship has a power distributor. It's described as basically a web of wiring. And what you can do is you can upgrade a lot of your subcomponents like that, like your power output systems, your thrusters, and everything. And it'll change the profile of your vehicle, the way it handles. And if you're trying to get the most jump range out of things, you basically want to have your power system running as efficiently as possible, which means you have to upgrade that as much as you can. And they was about a year ago now, maybe a year and a half ago, they introduced the Class 5. Nice. They introduced this story arc about these, basically these hyper intelligent engineers, and what they do is you do basically like gather quests for them. You build up with them, and then you head when you head over to them, you can have them engineer a piece of equipment for you. And depending on what you've done for them and how much rep you have and everything, it'll impact what they'll make. So you can actually end up with some just ridiculously overpowered gear if you're... oh, you know what I didn't put in here? I didn't put spotlights. All right. We can't see anything. Did I turn... Bob's. Come on, Bob. Hopefully we get close. There it is. Now we can see. Okay, Bob, what did you do with all those parts we just brought over here? Bob? What are you doing, buddy? Okay, so we just brought over a crap ton of parts. Are you really not welding any of this? Are you serious? I'm guessing, oh, there it goes. Hey, we got 2 reactors over here. Yes, I figured we'd come over here, start working with what we've got, get it up and running. Do I have plates? No, I don't. I need to grab some plates. Because we are going to come over here, we are going to go upgrade modules. Because we want yield modules. Yield modules. 1, 2, 3, already. Alright. That would have been entertaining. But not in a good way. Okay. Now, are you... You need metal grids. I didn't bring enough metal grids. Alright. So how many metal grids do we need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need like 100 metal grids. Okay, we can do that. We will just go back over here really quickly. I actually want to go this way. So we'll drop that stuff off. We'll pick up those. See if we can do this without killing ourselves. I am notorious for that, doing this. Unlocked and engineering got revamped. Nice. Oh, it used to, what? They went back to the RNG system? Oh. The glamour suit? Alright, so we just basically need a bit more. Oh, I need displays. 2 displays? What do you need? So 6 displays. I think we made the ship a little big. What do you all think? Let's grab those. Alright, and then I'm not expecting to need anything actually built in the assembler, and I'm not really worried if it is fast enough. But I do want to go ahead and... Oh, I put the bloody plates back. Do I have enough parts for this? I wonder. Hey, we do. Look at that. I was gonna say, I know I brought a bunch of stuff with me, but... There we go. And do we have any steel plates? No. Oh, I want plates. Yep. Do I want to do something? Yeah, let's do it. Why not? We can, right? Okay, somebody. I'm not gonna do pistons, but we'll do a rotor. And we are going to put and just because we can. And we can't access this side, but we should be able to access this side. Actually, I'm going to go control panel, bring up the rotor. Really? Rotor's incomplete. What are you missing? Large steel tube. Make each of the lights a different color? Maybe. I need tubes and glass. Didn't we just have a meteor storm? Alright. Yeah, grab on it. That's fine. It's all going back into the bob anyway. There you go. You want it disco, we'll do disco. It's fine. Oh. Red, blue, yellow. I guess we have to do a green one. We want these all to be blink interval 1, 10% blink offset. So we got what? So 20%. Do the rotor. And we want this to be 2.5. There you go. Oh, okay. If it's not RNG, then it's not too bad then. So we have the lights flickering in one direction. We have them rotating in another direction. There you go. Oh, the things I do for you folks. What do I need for this? Component. Really? Just components for those now? Well, those used to be plates and components. There we go. We want you to go out. Actually, cancel. We can go out to what, 10? Yeah, let's go 7.5 with you. Fallout's fine. We're going to drop the intensity by half. There you go. And this is just so that when we come back in here, we'll be able to find what we're looking for. There you go. And again, ow. Apparently the game decided I needed to be inside the wall. All right. Oh, which medical room do we want to drop into? Let's drop into... Yeah, we'll respawn there. That's fine. I really need to rename those so I know which one I'm dropping into. Yeah, we'll go this way. I had to stop and think about that for a second. Mining carriage. And I want to go... Let's go over here. Now, Bob should have grabbed my stuff. Did you grab my stuff, Bob? You better grab my stuff, Bob. There it is. Alright. And... nope, you go back. Alright. So, maybe Bob will be able to go into the good pet crate after all. Alright, so basically all we need to do at this point is get the reactors finished. I'll reload the mining, the laser drill, the beam drill, and the turret. Oh, that's going to be an expensive build. But once it's done, we'll basically have this place set up. There's uranium over here too, right? Yeah, so this thing will be self-sufficient once we have the drill going. Let me go grab a little bit more uranium. So basically we want this thing to be up and running once it's done. $46. So we're gonna let's grab 80. Alright. Oh, went to check to see how our reactor components are coming. Come on. There's 34, there's another 1,000. Okay, so we should actually have all the stuff we need done. It's actually going to be faster for me to shuttle these over than it is to get the ship out, dock it. Another 400. Oh, that's going to hurt. Oh. Not the face! Not the face! I do think I need to put some spotlights on this thing. Of course it is. You know what's going to happen is I'm going to poke my butt out of here and I'm going to take a meteor to the face. You know it's going to happen, right? Turn the other way. Thank you. See, look at that. If you're not trading paint. Alright. Let's grab, while we're here, we may as well just grab it. Go ahead and grab. Yeah, about that should be good. What else did we need? Grab like 1,000 of those. Anything else that we need? I think everything else... Alright. Whee! We just rubbed a little bit. It's okay. It has shields. It's all good. You out of here, Shadow? Right on, man. Thanks for stopping in, man. Hope you have a fantastic day. And no worries. We're probably going to wrap this up here shortly. Basically just waiting for the last of the reactors to come online. There's one. And there's two. There we go. Alright, so we're going to go 20, 20, 20, and 20. There you go. Could you imagine something that looked like that coming at you in the dark? Looks like it's got two giant weapons on it, doesn't it? Doesn't the drill need an ore detector? Yes, it will. I'll put an ore detector on it. Exactly. Rubbing is racing, man. And how you doing today, Dave? Welcome to the stream. So yeah, but we will need to put an ore detector out here. I'm not going to worry about it right now. I can actually carry the parts for that. So oh, Melody Madness. Right on. Yeah, let's... light is on. Alright, so we're going to grab some steel plates really quick because I'm going to put some damn spotlights on this thing so I can see. Alright, so let's go ahead and throw... spotlight there. Spotlight there. Spotlight there. Spotlight there. And then we are going to have... let's put a spotlight there. A spotlight there. Oh, come out of there. And spotlight there. Now the reason I left that open is so that we will actually we're going to put a ore detector on this thing as well, so that we can actually use this as a mobile multi-platform, because Bob allows you to do grinding, welding, and he'll pick up resources. So if we put an ore detector on it, we just bring this thing, and basically we can go use it for general harvesting and building. So it floats. Exactly. Alright, so what are you missing? You're missing large steel tubes. Okay, let's go grab like 20 tubes. I thought I threw some in there, but I guess not. I knew there was something else I needed to bring with us. So we're gonna grab a bunch of those. We're just going to throw those in there, along with everything else. Now the real question is, can I get a few of those? Will you let me do, you'll let me do that? And see, now we can see where we're going. Before we do that, we want to do control panel. We're going to do lights. We're going to have all of our lights together. Well, we're going to do all of our spotlights at least. Mobile bulb spotlights. There you go. No, I don't want to see them in there. No, I don't want to see them there. Make sure it's all good. Yeah, okay. We want groups. We want spotlights. We're going to do that over here. Toggle the blocks. Thrusters, we're going to put over here. We're going to toggle those blocks. And the mobile bulbs over here, also toggling blocks. Now the big question is are we going to be able to actually get this thing in one of the hangars to dock it? I don't think so. I think we're going to have to build a hangar specifically for this beast. You see, I think this is just a little too large for that space. I mean, technically it looks like it'll fit. If it fits, we ship it. Alright. Yeah, I mean, it looks like it'll fit if we move the other one up further. How far? It should technically fit. Alright, so we're going to go... So we need to move forward just a bit. Is that close enough is the question? Nope, just not. There we go. So let's square that up. Turn those thrusters off. I mean, look at that. Private sale, not worried about you. Okay. Ah, connector's in the way. Come here, you. Now the question is, did it fit? Look at that. That is so wrong. Oh god, love it. You know what I'm gonna do? Do I have enough room to actually scoot that thing over a bit? Oh, I do. We might be able to make this work. You want to see just absolutely wrong. So if we do this, wait for it. Grab you, throw you in there. Nope. Damn. It was worth a try. I wonder if... Nah, you know what? let's just go ahead and take that out. No, we'll leave that. And let's go, yeah, here's. Let's see if we can make this work. I think it's locked. Did it work? It worked! Yes! That's awesome. Okay, so that's a mag lock. That's a mag lock surface. What that allows us to do is to basically have the ship magnetically attached to the other ship. So now that that's in place, we can kill those. We can kill that. And we're going to turn those off. There you go. So yeah, but basically the mag lock, the light on it'll turn green. Now there are a couple of different styles of these things. I use this one because of the fact that it allows me to sync the actual device into the wall. There is one that will mount on the surface of your structure. So if you go with these guys, the mag plate. So you can use a mag lock pad or the mag lock surface. The mag lock surface looks like that. And the mag lock plate, usually, there you go. I was gonna say, I know there's a large grid version of it is like that. And then the area that you see in the middle of those 4 squares is actually the indicator light. So it'll be gray, yellow, red, or green, depending on the status. So yeah, awesome. And we should be able to close the door now. Ah. Okay, that thing is that is epically hilarious. What I will probably end up doing is rebuilding that thing into an actual ship. But, you know, it's the ugly duckling for now. It's fine. Alright. Anyway, I think that's going to about do it for us today. I want to thank you all for stopping in. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you hit those like buttons. If you are new to the channel, want to see more, be sure to subscribe. And don't forget that you can start a conversation not just here on YouTube. If you have any questions or comments, you can actually throw them over on Twitter. This is a great place to get a hold of me. You can also reach out to us over on the community Discord. Sharky, I don't know if you can post those links or not, but if you can, if you would, please. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. So yeah, we're gonna get out of here. I think I had a lot of fun hanging out with y'all. Hopefully you did as well. And we'll see you back here next time for more Space Engineers. As always, folks, take care and be safe out there, everybody. Hope you all have a fantastic week and a terrific rest of your day.